Earlier today, former NFL wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson reacting to Kevin Stefanski telling the media that Deshaun Watson was cleared to play medically and it was his decision not to play against the Ravens. This is from FS1's Undisputed.
It's weird to me because I've never seen a coach disclose that type of information to the public. So why would you say that unless you're like down on him for not participating in the game and you saw Darian Thompson-Robinson, how he played, and you said, well, if you would have been in here, we'd have had a real opportunity to win this football game, something all of our eyes certainly knew if he was playing, they would have probably either won the game or been right in the game. I just don't know why he did it. Maybe he spoke out of turn and didn't really mean to say it that way, and we'll see him walk it back. I don't know, Sherm, to be honest with you. I've never seen it. I would be upset if I'm Deshaun Watson. I certainly would check him on it because at the end of the day, I'm going to be here for a minute, okay? So you better watch what you do because I'm not going nowhere for a minute.
With that, let's welcome in Fred Greetham, senior analyst for the Orange and Brown Report. And Fred, I don't know about, that reaction. I think the reason he said it was to let you know that Deshaun Watson felt he couldn't go. And if a quarterback feels like he can't go, you don't send him out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, if a couple of years ago, if you rewind, Baker Mayfield was medically cleared and everybody was questioning why he was out there because, he was clearly not right. And Watson, I watched him on the sideline, and the little bit we watched last week, we're only see the first 15, 20 minutes. He only threw the ball a couple times really lightly, maybe 10, 15 yards, not with putting any zip on it. And he was doing the same thing Sunday morning. And so I just have to think that if he said he just didn't feel right, that's what they went with. They wouldn't even got to that point if he wouldn't have been medically cleared, with the structural part. So it was a little strange because Kevin Stefanski usually doesn't say a whole lot, give a lot of information. And I just really think that when he says he trusts him, he knows his own body, that's what he meant, is that he just felt like he couldn't do what was necessary. And the other thing, if you put him out there and he gets hit again, he's out for the season, what's everybody going to say then? So it's one of those all the way around. I thought maybe even if he wasn't 100%, he would be more like a game manager, but still you risk getting hurt. I go back, there's bigger issues than just that, and I think we'll talk about that. But as far as, all the way around, is a very strange situation. I fully expected him to play. When he said to several in the locker room that he would be all right and he expected to play, I really think that most of the team thought he was going to play. I mean, here's a guy who played through 2 broken ribs and punctured lung when he was with the Jaguars. He wasn't cleared to ride on the team plane and fly, so he took a bus to Jacksonville and played in a game. So I just have to think it comes down to that he just didn't feel like he could do what's necessary, and as the way he played the first 2 weeks and everybody criticized him. If he was out there throwing the ball 5-10 yards and looking bad, I don't think that would have really went over too great as well.